welcome everybody. Been a minute since I streamed. I had a bit of a busy week. A lot of schoolwork, a lot of work. So I just wasn't able to get on. I know I said that I was going to do, I think, 4 and 4, but stuff happened. Had some schoolwork to do, but here we are. We're back. Probably be streaming a couple times over the next few days. I did do something in the game since I talked with y'all last, and we have some starters appearing over here. It says there's 2 trucks in there, so I guess I'll go find him real quick. But we have starters in the canyon area. That's all I got so far. But yeah, hope you guys had a good week, good last weekend, and let's just have some fun for a little bit. I'm not going to be on for too terribly long today because I do have some plans, but I had a little bit of time, so I figured I'd stream probably just like an hour or so, however it works out, and then we'll go from there. We'll probably just end up doing a little bit of shiny hunting today, since I don't have a ton of time. Oh, hey, look, Tepig. Love me some Tepig. But yeah, we'll probably just end up doing some, a little bit of shiny hunting today. Oh wow. There goes a man. Maybe Pet Shop won't kill him now. Hey, look at that. Oh. Does he have Rambles? No, he's got Blaze. Or not. Reckless. He's got some other hidden ability, I just don't remember what it is right now. Off the top of my head. Alright, and there is Tepig caught. Yeah, those huge. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the outbreaks. I do have 150 GP, so I can get my food from the cafeteria for some shiny power. Okay, Chico. Horsey. Nothing over there. Slifer, Tentacool, and Seal. Not a big fan of any of those options. Palafin, that'd be a cool hunt. I just really don't like water hunts. Sandacobra. Frostlass would be fun. Pokemon I don't know. Hold on. What wouldn't... Unless there's like an outbreak event, what wouldn't I know in the base game? Hold on. Let's see if there's an outbreak event real quick. No idea. Okay, well, let's just go check it out then. This is probably going to be the hunt, if it's anything good. I just don't know what it would be. That's why I'm so confused. Nope. I don't think I was that close to Floette. Base game. Outbreak of Florges. Oh. I don't know why. I don't know why I wouldn't have Florges, but hey. Okay. Oh. Not much here. You know what? I think I will actually be doing some day skipping. Where is it? I gotta remember how to do this. Date and time, there we are. Nope. And we are just gonna go to the next day. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look for something that interests us. I don't want to be at the whims of what the game wants to give us right now. Char Cadet, that'd be painful. Okay. Another time skip. Ideally, I want a starter to show up, but I don't know if they can. Scizor. That'd be fun. Scizor would be fun. Not Luminion. Cubchoo and Golett. Be cool for a Gen 5 dex. Frigibax would be cool. Or, yeah, that's Frigibax. Not Meowth. It's a dopey looking goldfish sprite. Goldfish. Magikarp sprite. Anything Kitakami? Turboach. Hold on, let me remind myself on Scizor shiny. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I want green Scizor. Should probably start going back in time. I don't know if it matters too much, but let's go back to the first. Sawsbuck. Pokemon I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to check it out though. Magnemite. I already have Rockruff. Kitakami. Slugma would be fun, because I think Slugma is decent shiny. Or rather, it's just gray. Yeah, it's just gray. My cargo is fun looking though. Yeah, I think these are the two. I think Timber and Slugma. Those are the two that we'll do. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Slugma, but I like my cargo shiny. And Timber is a Gen 5 Pokemon that I really like. And let's go to the Academy Special. So help me God, we are finding a shiny today. It's my my single goal of the day. So we will find this. Oh. One on instinct there. Let's go right up here. And we'll do Slugma first. Alright. What's up, Slugma? At the very least, we're doing what should be a pretty easy hunt. It's gonna be a pretty obvious shiny. If I mess it up, I got no one else to blame but myself. Oh, I don't like that school. Or Litwick. I don't even know what was in this thing. Or Duskwood. There's Litwick. One of my first full odds shinies in newer generations was just a random full odds shiny Chandelure that I found randomly in Sword and Shield. I just remember because I was at a college dorm and just randomly found it in my friend's dorm room while I was just hanging out with them. It was a pretty fun one. Kind of sad I don't have that Chandelure anymore because of what happened to my old Switch. Kind of sad about all the Pokemon I'm missing, but hey, we wouldn't be here right now if I didn't lose all of my stuff. So we gotta look at the positives. I've been playing a lot of the Trails in the Sky remake. It's a pretty fun game. I've never actually played a Trails game until now, but I am looking forward to playing some more Trails. It's, when I'm not streaming, it's Trails in the Sky or it's Silent Hill F right now, and both of those games are phenomenal. So if you guys haven't played either of them, and you like survival horror games for Silent Hill F, or JRPGs for Trails, give them a go. They're pretty fun games. But between schoolwork kicking my butt or work, kind of just didn't have the motivation to stream this past week. I was just playing a lot of those games and having some fun. Didn't know if I already had anything. I have Spoink. Yeah, I have Spoink. I wish it felt like the outbreak was actually working, because I feel like I'm not finding any Slugma. I mean, I guess it's enough to increase my odds. So I was gonna say, ideally, I want to have enough for both the timber and the slug motor. Oh my. I guess I won't be taking out those slug motor. When I got off stream last week, I just kind of played Pokemon for like another couple hours. And it is really fun just running around the terrarium. I honestly wasn't expecting to have that much fun running around in this game anymore. But still shocks me how much I actually enjoy Scarlet and Violet. And also how close it's getting to Legends EA. I am so excited for that. Less than 2 weeks at this point. It is 13 days away. But for us here on the channel, it will only be 12 days because we get to play it at 10 a.m. on the 15th. Because I dished out a little extra money to get it on my Australian account. I feel like nowadays it's really only Pokemon games that I end up doing that with. I think I have more Pokemon games on my Australian account than I have on my main account. Because I think my main account owns... on my main account I have Sword and Shield. And that's it for mainline. I also have Mystery Dungeon Remake. But for my Australian account, I have Brilliant Diamond, I have Legends EA, I have Legends Arceus, and then I think that's it. But then I also have, I bought SMT 5 on my Australian account because I really wanted SMT 5 early. I bought 3 houses actually. This game right here was the first one I ever bought on my Australian account. What else? What else? I think it's just those. But I don't know. I like that you can get games a little bit early with Nintendo. So when it's a game I'm really looking forward to, I opt to get it. And then I sometimes, when I have leftover money, I buy something cheap and small. Like one of the times I bought Spiritfarer. So I technically own the Australian digital version of Spiritfarer. Or I think when I bought 3 houses, I ended up getting the original Doom. Because that's what I had a little bit extra money left over, so I got Doom. I've also been playing 3 Houses again in preparation for the new Fire Emblem game. If you guys aren't too big into Fire Emblem, the new one that just got announced for the Switch 2, Fortune's Weave, is going to somehow connect with... so it's going to somehow connect with 3 Houses. We have a returning character, but we're not sure if this takes place before 3 Houses in the timeline of that world or after 3 Houses. However, I only ever beat one of the 4 routes, so I'm going back and finishing up at least the really important 2, but I will probably also do Silver Snow. But I'm just kind of slow burning 3 Houses. It's just whenever I'm feeling like playing Fire Emblem, I go and play some 3 Houses. And it's been fun getting back into Fire Emblem. I'm really getting an itch to play some more of the older games that I haven't finished. There's not many of them left, but I still have a couple. I still need to beat Thracia. I still need to beat Radiant Dawn. But I want another Path of Radiance save file before I do that, so I need to replay Path of Radiance again. And then I need to beat New Mystery of the Emblem. Or the original Mystery of the Emblem. And I think that's it at this point. That's wild to think about that I only have 3 Fire Emblem games left to play. I played all the GBA games, played one half of the Wii games, played all the 3DS games, the GameCube and or Wii games. And then out of that classic Shozo Kaga era, I've played all of them besides Fire Emblem 3. I've beaten 2 of the games. I've beaten Genealogy and I've beaten Gaiden. Because I'm a freak and I actually like both Shadows of Valentia and Gaiden. Shadows of Valentia, great game. I love Fire Emblem Echoes. Gaiden, on the other hand, I don't know why I like that one so much, but I do. I also want to replay through the 3DS era. It's like a love-hate relationship with those games nowadays because I grew up with those ones, so I know I like them. But it's just so hard to go back to them for some reason. It's just so different from the Fire Emblem that I really like, because I like the GBA era. I really like the GBA era. I really like the GameCube and Wii era. And then I also really like the modern era. I like Three Houses. I like Engage. But there's just something about Awakening and Fates that really doesn't click with me. Fates, that doesn't surprise many people because Fates is not the best Fire Emblem game in terms of difficulty for like 2/3 of it. And then also the other one is just the difficulty on that game can get insane on Conquest. It's also, unfortunately, not the easiest game to play nowadays. Because with the 3DS server shutting down, if you guys want to play Revelations now, or Revelation, and you didn't buy it when it came out, you just can't now because it is technically a digital-only game. That's unfortunate. There are physical copies with all 3 versions on the cartridge, but those are expensive. Like, to the tune of $300 expensive. So if you really like Fire Emblem Fates, be my guest, but I wouldn't do it. Plus I also have all 3 games built into one now. I bought the extra routes as DLC because I didn't know you could just do that when the games came out, so I pre-ordered both of them physically, and then I sold my birthright copy back to GameStop for the $20 that they gave me, and used that to then rebuy the game, but so I could just have the games connected to each other. Which, in hindsight, was such a stupid reason, but I wanted all 3 of the save files just there, so I did it. I still got the case though. Because for whatever reason, I would not give GameStop my game cases. I would keep those. Because I wanted people to know that I owned them, but that I just don't have it physically anymore. I don't know why that mattered to me so much, but hey, you do some weird stuff when you're a kid. And honestly, I feel like nowadays I would still do that. Unless it's a game I just really didn't like. The one Fire Emblem game on... Okay, I would totally recognize that when I see it. The only Fire Emblem game on the 3DS that I still know for a fact that I really like is Echoes. That game is probably one of my favorite Fire Emblem games of all time. It is at least top 3. I would probably put Engage at 1, just because of how fun the gameplay in Engage is. Then I would put Blazing Sword, Fire Emblem 7, or just Fire Emblem in the West. And then I would put Fire Emblem Echoes. Just like rattling it off the dome, not much time to think, that's probably what I would do. And I feel like my top 2 through 4 just kind of rotate out, because Path of Radiance would be like 4. And when I'm playing Path of Radiance, I remember just how much I actually really like Path of Radiance and all the characters in those games and the story. So I get back on a kick where that's in the top 3. But my top 4 is like a rotation between those games. Besides Engage being solidly at the top, because I don't think anything is ever going to top Engage unless Fortune's Weave is just that good. Speaking of, I want to go back and replay Engage, because that was some of the most fun I have ever had playing Fire Emblem. Such a good game. Absolutely not disappointed by that. I know a lot of people don't like the story, but having been a Fire Emblem fan for such a long time, and like playing all of these games, knowing all of these lords, just kind of really hit home and just made me really like the experience. It was so fucking cheesy, but boy, was it fun. It was just a fun story. Not good, but it was Fire Emblem at its core, and that's all I could ask for. It was stupid, but it was so good, and I love it. Unapologetically love Fire Emblem Engage. And I wish that more people would have given it the time of the day, but a lot of people couldn't get over the story. Man, I am not looking out for shinies today. That's my whole goal for today. Double check. Okay, good. No battled shiny. One of these days, if I get a little bit more of a following and I can play some games that aren't Pokemon, I might play some Fire Emblem. Be fun to play some of those games on stream, if not all of them. But I also would definitely embarrass myself, because while I like these games, and while I wouldn't say I'm bad at these games, but I'm not the best. Boy, do some of my unit placements reek how not so good I am at these games. I want to do a maddening run of 3 houses eventually, but I don't think I got the gumption to do it. Maddening 3 houses is insane. For reference, I haven't done any difficulty higher than, like, maybe hard on some games. And albeit, some games hard is really hard. 3 houses hard is nothing. I played it on. I've only ever played 3 houses on hard, and it was just such a cakewalk. Which is my main issue with that game. Is it doesn't feel like there's an in-between for difficulty. It's either way too easy or it's way too difficult. I wish there was like a just right difficulty. Because when I go to a lot of the older Fire Emblem games, a lot of them have, I would say, pretty good difficulty. Not like crazy, but solid. Like just their normal modes even. None of them are like too difficult, but it puts up a little bit of a challenge. Like I think Binding Blade is like perfect. It's just difficult enough that it's gonna give you some trouble, while at the same time not being crazy difficult. You need like 8 to 10 units to beat one guy. Oh, is that it? Man, nothing. Okay. I guess we'll go look for another one. Sure, we're gonna go to before I started streaming, even Hollow Knight. What you got in here for me? Because if you guys didn't know, I used to stream Hollow Knight. Oh. We're doing Grimer. We're doing Grimer. I love me some Alolan Grimer. So having an Alolan Grimer that looks like OG Grimer, that'd be fun. It's also a pretty noticeable shiny, so not gonna have to worry about if I missed it or not. Damn it. Oh, speaking of, I need to get back to Hollow Knight. It's been a minute since I played it. I actually haven't played it since I streamed it last. So, I mean, that wasn't that long ago, but I really like the game and I just haven't gone back to it yet, and I don't know why. I'll probably find time after Legends EA. I'm not too worried about it. Silk Song is not the type of game that I would just drop. That was such a fun game. What up, Alolan Muck? Curiosity save. Oh, I don't know, into Grimer. You know, thinking about it, there's a lot of 3DS era games that I want to go back to. I know I've already talked about it on stream, but like I want to go back to the original Pokemon games that were released on the 3DS. I want to go back to X and Y. I want to go back to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I want to go back to Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Because I just want to... I want to remember why I really liked those games. Or like, just give them another shot in X and Y's case. Because I maxed the time in X and Y on my 3DS back in fucking middle school. But I just couldn't be bothered to replay the games after that. I beat my first Nuzlocke, which was a Wonderlock, on Pokemon X. Like, it's not that I dislike these games, but why do I hold them with such disdain? I guess. Probably not the best idea to... that's also probably not the best idea. You know what? Let's just send Mr. President out front. Get him to level 100. But like, I want to go back to Awakening. I want to go back to Fates. And remember why I really liked those games when they came out. Like, Fates was my favorite Fire Emblem game for a while. Now, albeit I had only played 2 of them at that time, and it was Fates and it was Awakening. But boy did I like Fates, and boy did I not care for Awakening at that point. And I mean, Awakening was my first Fire Emblem game. I would really like to remember why I fell in love with Fire Emblem. Same thing with Black and White. I want to go back to Black and White and remember exactly what made me fall in love with those games. And I've done that. I've actually done that one quite a few times, so I remember why, because those games are just so much fun. I just remember coming home. I think it was like a summer school program or something. My mom was always working, so needed free childcare, and there was a schooling thing in the summer, so I went to it. And I just remember getting home, and I played through the first 4 badges on the very first day that I got it. And I remember the only Pokemon I wanted to use at first was my Tepig, or at that point, Pignite. And I was fighting Elisa. It was the final gym badge of the day. I called it quits after that because it got pretty late. And it was down to both our final Pokemon. All my other Pokemon had died at that point. So it was just Pignite and just Elisa's Zebstrika. And it had gotten to my Pignite had gotten to 13 HP and pulled out a clutch against Zebstrika. Pignite was slower for most of the fight, but after enough flame charges, Pignite had whittled down the Zebstrika, and for the final turn, was faster. Just such a cool memory. Man, I wonder what is going on with my game right now. Maybe my Switch needs a reboot. Do we still have 5 seconds. Okay, yeah. 5 seconds isn't worth it. It's gonna turn off autosave and actually save to do this. Oh, hey, Pattern can do it. I just want to go back through a lot of older Nintendo games that I liked when I was younger. Like, I went back when I got the Switch 2 and I played Pikmin. It's a game I liked when I was younger, but I wasn't the brightest kid. So I couldn't figure out quite what I was supposed to do in that game. I also just mashed the A button in like every single game, so I didn't read anything. I was one of those kids. So that was probably part of my problem. But also, I just wasn't smart enough to play Pikmin when I was younger. And it's not a very hard game. I kind of breezed past it when I was playing it not too long ago, but it was fun. I like Pikmin. I wanna play 2, and I wanna play 3. I own them both. I bought the pack with Pikmin 1 and 2, and I bought Pikmin 3 several years ago because I wanted to play Pikmin, and just never got around to it. I started playing it, and I just once again fell out of it because I guess I just my tastes hadn't matured enough at that point. Hold on. Let's check something out real quick, because I think test inputs, controller buttons. No, my ZR button sure is working, so I don't know what's going on with it. But I guess let's save and restart my game real quick for a little bit of time. We'll still be live. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little confused. There we go. It works now. Hopefully my game doesn't have any more problems like that. But I was really confused. Maybe it was just problems with me doing date stuff. I say as I'm about to go do more date stuff. Get him, big guy. Take him out with a frick break. Let's take a look. Alolan Geodude. I like Alolan Geodude. I wouldn't mind that, but I would wonder if he would explode on me. I'll take a peek real quick. Got like a copper though. Kinda like that. I kinda like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Alolan Geodude. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish this raid before I got to go, but We'll start it up and see how it goes. What up, Tepig? Oh, that's a lot of Tepig. Maybe we'll just find a random shiny. Would that be pretty cool? Man, there's just regular. Oh no, that ain't regular cheetah, dude. Would have been real confused if it was though. Just regular Geodude chilling out with all the Alolan Geodude. Regional forms is probably one of the coolest things that Pokemon has done in like the last, I guess, 10 years almost. Wild to think that the Alolan form has been around for almost 10 years. Because it was November 2016, which I don't like to think about because I was a sophomore in high school. Not all of them hit, but when they do, you get really cool innovations on classic Pokemon. Like, in my opinion, Alolan Geodude and Alolan Golem. Traveler's cool, but you don't really see any change until because it's got like the launcher on his back or whatever. I don't know. I just like Pokemon, okay? And another thing that was cool was from Sword and Shield when they started doing split evolutions. So like you would have a regional form of Pokemon like Alolan Farfetch'd, and then you'd have Sirfetch'd. Albeit, I wish they gave the original Pokemon, the original form, and evolution to go along with it. But I still like it. Another example is like Obstagoon. Some people don't like Obstagoon. I really like Obstagoon. He's cool. I don't know what shiny Tepig looks like, but I want to double check just to make sure. Okay, yeah, he's cold. He's a fire type shiny. I should just assume that he'll be cold. I can't say that for like Cyndaquil, but I know Charmander. Arctic is cool. I know. Pretty sure Chimchar's like pink. Yeah, Chimchar's pink. Oh yeah, gray. Man, I forgot how cool of a shiny that is. Gen 7, Litman's white. Gen 8, I don't know what score Bunny's is. Gold. They go more like an orangish, but they go back to the gold. Yeah, I'd say more of an orange-ish. And then, I don't know if they're shiny. He's also pink. They go back to a pink one. So I guess there's not that many cold fire type starters, but there's enough for me to start questioning. there's just tactics everywhere. You know what? Actually, for this last little bit, I think I might do a handful of raids if I can get into them, because I would like some Herba Mystica. Still need Hitmonchan, so if I can get in. Here we are. Change Pokemon. Oh. Do I have anything? Nothing like phenomenal. I guess I can just do Cinderella. Oh no, he's gonna be a ground type. Change my Pokemon. Gonna be a ground type, then we're gonna use my Walking Wake. Another one of the few Pokemon I saved from my previous endeavors in Scarlet and Violet. Okay, so he's just like magenta-y instead of red. It's cool, but it's kind of a disappointing shiny, all things considered. I mean, it's at least more vibrant than Crocolore. That's disappointing. Whoa. Let's see what Sprigatito is. Oh, that's a cute shiny. It does the exact same thing as Fuecoco, though, and it just changes one of the colors on it. Same thing with Florigato. Same thing with Nesferado. They just change a little bit of... Man, these some disappointing shinies. And I don't even want to look at Quaxly, because I don't like Quaxly. Sorry, buddy. Man. Paradox forms are so goddamn cool. I love Paradox forms. That was a crit. Oh, brother. Get some more Herba Mystica in this raid. Since I found out that there's no just easy way to grind them, so I guess we'll just be grinding some raids on stream every now and again. Comes with the territory of shiny hunting this game, I guess. I just wish the odds were a bit better. I've never actually seen something with this Stella form. That's cool. Oh, I might not do anything. Hitmonchan might already be dead. This game's raids are still really jank. Yeah, there we go. It takes so long to finish all these animations. ability capsule. Well, it's not bad, but unfortunately, no. Ooh, a Misty though. I think we have enough time for one more raid. Might look for one of my own and then just have someone or have people join it. I want it to be like a 5 or 6 star raid. So I guess we're gonna go back here. Because I know there were 5 and or 6 star raids on the state. I think I might be out of time, unfortunately. Alright. Well, fun chatting with you guys today. Unfortunately, we didn't get a shiny, didn't get anything, but hey, we'll get them next time. So, hope you guys had a fun time. Hope you guys have a good day. And I will chat at you later. Peace.